What foods come to mind when you think of healthy eating? Kale salads, avocado toast? Now, if you're a person of color, do those foods reflect the meals you grew up eating? Societal norms define healthy eating in a very limited way, and that definition often excludes other cultures and lacks diversity. There's a lot of emphasis on foods that are popular for white, non-immigrant Americans, foods like kale salads or avocado toast. As people of color, society's narrow definition of healthy leaves many of us feeling guilty or even ashamed of the foods that shaped our lives. I'm Chinese Vietnamese, and my childhood included foods that most people think are weird or gross, like beef stomach and chicken feet at dim sum. I know it's strange to most people, but to me, it was just food. Maybe for you, you grew up eating Korean stews, Indian curries, Mexican tamales, or Middle Eastern kebabs. By the way, I'm Vanessa. I'm a former Equinox personal trainer turned online trainer and nutritionist. I've helped hundreds of clients, especially the ones who are people of color, eat healthy consistently while embracing and honoring their cultural heritage. Later in this video, I'll share the exact framework I used with them so you can do the same. Growing up, I believed the lie that my cultural foods weren't healthy enough, and that healthy eating meant I had to reject the foods I loved, foods tied to my family, my childhood, and my identity. How often have you heard things like Chinese food is greasy, Indian food is heavy, Mexican food is fattening, Ethiopian food is weird? But the truth is, healthy eating isn't about rejecting your roots to fit someone else's definition. It's about embracing your culture and prioritizing your health. Because food isn't just nutrition, it's comfort, culture, and celebration. And when we honor those aspects of food, we nourish not just our bodies, but our identities as well. So today, I want to offer a different perspective on healthy eating, and I invite you to consider this perspective, especially if you're Asian, Middle Eastern, Hispanic, African, or another race or ethnicity. Because this perspective has helped my clients, especially the ones who are people of color, understand their food choices and stop feeling guilty for not eating perfectly all the time. And I really think it'll do the same for you. Now, I'm not here to tell you to replace your favorite cultural dishes with healthy or trendy substitutes, so there will be no zucchini noodles instead of ramen advice today. Instead, let's talk about something deeper, the psychology of eating, your relationship with food. Because it's not just about what you eat, it's about why you eat. It's not only about what's on your plate, it's about what's going on in your head. When we think about food, we often focus on the what. Pizza, salads, protein shakes, or we hyper-focus on nutrients, carbs, protein, fats. But here's the thing, the why is just as important. Now, to be clear, what you eat and what goes into your body is extremely important, so I'm not dismissing the importance of good nutrition. But if you struggle with food guilt, then first understanding why you eat might be a game changer. And I've identified 6 reasons why you eat. Because when you understand why you eat, you can take back control and stop feeling guilty every time you eat something that isn't a superfood. Before we dive into the 6 C's, if you're looking to build better habits for better health, I created a free 5-day email course called Thrive in 5. It's a series of 5 daily email lessons on how to eat healthy consistently, work out effectively, and live a healthier lifestyle. Each lesson is packed with powerful insights and practical tips designed to help you thrive in your health. If you're interested in that, click the link in my description box to sign up and you'll receive the first email right away. So this is the 6 C's framework. There are 6 reasons why you eat. You eat for comfort. This is nostalgic, sentimental food that gives you fond memories or soothes your soul. For example, rice porridge is one of my go-to comfort foods because growing up, my mom always made me rice porridge whenever I was sick. For you, maybe it's pizza, chocolate, or noodle soup after a stressful workday. You eat for culture. This is food that connects us to our roots and traditions. It's not just about the taste, it's more about the stories they tell. These are the foods that shaped your childhood. Whenever I'm with my family, I'm often eating for culture. Traditional Chinese or Vietnamese dishes that I grew up eating and connect me to my heritage. If you're Cantonese, culture is dim sum every Sunday with your family. Culture is also Lunar New Year, Diwali, even Thanksgiving traditions. I would also count work culture under here, like Friday happy hour drinks with your coworkers. You eat for celebration. This one's pretty self-explanatory. We use food to mark life's milestones or events. Think birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, work milestones, or personal milestones. You eat for convenience, food that's quick and easy. This is grabbing a quick sandwich in between meetings. This is a protein bar post-workout. This can also be fast food right off the freeway during your road trip. And it's not bad to eat for convenience, it's just reality. You eat for curiosity. We eat because we're curious or for novelty. Have you ever tried a new restaurant just to see what it was like? Or maybe you grabbed a new snack at Whole Foods because it looked interesting. Or your friend or coworker brought back snacks from Japan and you ate it for curiosity or novelty. You eat for care. This is eating to nourish your body, as in care for your body. So this would be what you think of when you think of healthy eating, like salmon rice bowl or a colorful kale salad. It's when you make an intentional choice to fuel your body for your health. So those are the 6 C's: comfort, culture, celebration, convenience, curiosity, and care. Now, a few things to keep in mind. First, these 6 reasons aren't binary, meaning if you eat for care, that doesn't mean it can't also be comforting or convenient. You can eat for multiple reasons at once. Second, this list isn't exhaustive. There are reasons we eat that aren't even on this framework. Reasons like eating for community, for example, with your church community, or eating for connection. One of my clients experienced this because it was her manager's birthday and there was cake. And my client didn't really want any cake. She was like, I could eat it, I could not. But because it was her manager's birthday, she decided to eat it as a way to connect, as a gesture of, I'm going to enjoy this cake as a way to connect with you. Another reason, eating because of coercion, which is a funny reason that my friend's husband came up with. If you have lots of aunties in your family like I do, you've probably been coerced into eating. Third, the intent is not to be reductionistic and reduce your eating down to alliterations, as in words that start with the letter C. Instead, the intent of the 6 C's is to give language to all the various situations in your life. When you have language to describe something, you can practice self-compassion and realize food is more than nutrition. Just because the food you're eating isn't a nutrition powerhouse doesn't necessarily mean it's unhealthy, because that food is still serving you in some way. It's serving you to provide comfort, culture, celebration, convenience. Once you view your eating through these 6 reasons, they become your lens. You start to filter your eating through these 6 different life situations. Your relationship with food shifts. You realize healthy eating isn't about being perfect 100% of the time. It's about balance and intention. Understanding why you eat something helps you recognize your food choices. And once you know the why, you can take action on it and make decisions that fit your life. For example, if you realize that 80% of your eating is for convenience, you might ask, how can I eat both for convenience and care? If you see that 90% of your eating is for comfort, you might ask, do I need to learn how to regulate my emotions in a healthier way? If your care percentage is low, you might ask, how can I increase the times I eat to care for my body and really emphasize nutrition? By the way, if you need more specific, personalized help with this and want to learn more about working with me and my team to build healthier, more sustainable eating habits, click the link in my description box to learn more about my Dietitian Approved Nutrition Program. So the next time you sit down to eat, ask yourself, why am I eating this? Which C is it? Is it comfort, culture, celebration, convenience, curiosity, or care? And this doesn't mean you have to have this big, intense inner philosophical debate every time you eat, okay? You can be chill about it. I also want to share something really important to keep in mind. If we want to embrace cultural foods, we also have to give people grace. Don't judge or look down on people for not knowing about certain cultural foods. And here's how I realized this. A while back, I went to this restaurant called Panchitas. It was my first time there. I ordered a pupusa and it was so delicious. It was so good. As I was eating it, I realized I actually don't know where pupusas are from. So I got out my phone and looked it up. Turns out pupusas are from Honduras and El Salvador, and they're even the national dish of El Salvador. But if you had asked me before that moment, I probably would have guessed Mexico, not because I was trying to be ignorant, but simply because I didn't know. I don't eat a lot of Latin American food, so I just wasn't familiar. And that made me think, if someone came up to me and asked, hey, is pho Japanese? My reaction would probably be like, What? No, it's Vietnamese. But the truth is, I can't expect everyone to know that pho is Vietnamese. Not everyone grew up eating Vietnamese food like I did. I grew up in San Jose, California. There's pretty much a pho restaurant on every corner. That moment with the pupusa reminded me that our understanding of food is shaped by our personal experiences, and we've all had different, unique personal experiences. If I didn't know where pupusas were from, why should I expect everyone to know where pho is from? So here's my point. Don't use this conversation about cultural foods as an excuse to frown on people who don't know the difference between certain cuisines. Not everyone has had the same exposure to different foods. Instead of judging, let's approach it with curiosity and a desire to share more about our culture. Because food is one of the best ways to connect with people. Remember, healthy eating isn't just about what you eat, but why you eat. Food is a way to nurture our physical, mental, and emotional health. The real transformation happens when you shift your mindset around food. And you realize it doesn't have to be all or nothing. It's possible to eat healthy and eat for other reasons. You eat for so many reasons, but when you ignore these, you set yourself up for guilt, frustration, and an unhealthy relationship with food. I hope this 6 C's framework helps you understand why you eat and how to balance it all without losing joy or connection to food. Now, if you grew up with a favorite cultural food, share it in the comments. I'd love to hear about the dishes that mean the most to you. Or if you thought of another reason why you eat that's not in the 6 C's framework, please comment and share your reasons for eating, even if those reasons don't start with the letter C. That's not a requirement. And if someone in your life could benefit from this message, please send them this video. It's a great reminder that you can embrace your culture while eating healthy. Now, earlier, I said this video wasn't going to be about swapping your favorite foods for trendy substitutes. And that's because I've learned how to enjoy my favorite cultural dishes exactly as they were meant to be while staying in control of my eating. It's the same strategy I've used with all my fat loss clients, and it really works. If you want to learn more about that strategy, click on this video here where I break down the easiest way to eat healthy, manage your portions, lose fat without giving up the foods you love. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in this next video here.